You know, I'm realizing just how fitting it is that I decided to name my character in this game Eren Yeager. Because just like Season 4, we're gonna stop and start this series over and over and over, ultimately leading to an ending that a lot of people are not gonna be happy with. Okay, but in all seriousness, Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic. I've done so many of these intros for the series, I think you get the point by now. Since this game is so much larger than what I normally play on the channel, I've been trying to knock it out in chunks. So far, we've tackled the first planet of the game, Taris. If you haven't watched those videos yet, or if you just want to get refamiliarized with the series, I'll link a playlist in the description. But to catch you up on where we are, we crash landed on Taris and have been on the run from the Sith. During that time, we've picked up several companions, one of which is a Jedi Padawan seemingly very important to the war effort and who has taken quite an interest in us. At least that's how I remember things. Now we find ourselves heading to a Jedi outpost on the planet of Dantooine, where we just might get some training to be a true knight of the Old Republic.
I've spoken briefly with the Council. They request an audience with you. We should go at once.
An audience with the Jedi Council? It's pretty unusual for someone who isn't even a Jedi. What's this about, Bastila?
We haven't been back to this game for 5 seconds and Karth is already being combative. My brother in the Force, we landed a ship with one of the most important Jedi in the war on it in the middle of a Jedi facility. I don't think it's that crazy that they want to talk to us.
I'm sorry, Karth, but I cannot tell you. All I ask is that you trust in the Force and the wisdom of the Council.
Well, I don't like being left out of the loop, but I'm not looking to get you in any trouble with the Jedi Masters. We'll do things your way for a while.
Come, they're expecting us. I will lead you to the Council chambers.
Until you talk with the Jedi Council, you'll be unable to switch characters in and out of the party. So you're telling me it's just me and Bastila right now? Wait, no, don't run away! No, Karth, no, don't follow me! Ah. Hello, Disra. I think I ran into, like, I don't know, maybe 70, 80 of your brothers back on Taris. I don't mean this in the way it's gonna sound like, but really all of you guys look the same.
You there, Padawan. Why are you not wearing the customary robes of the Jedi? Do you mock the honored traditions of our order?
Look, lady, there's a guy wearing a blue robe walking past me. I don't think that's the traditional color of the Jedi Order either. Also, that little yukata you're wearing doesn't exactly scream Jedi Order either. I mean, I know it's literally 4,000 years before everything else we know about the Jedi, but I'm not happy that it's not the same. And here we are, right back to it, introducing ourselves as Eren Yeager. I believe you're mistaken, I'm not a Padawan. I came here with Bastila.
Bastila? I have heard of her. They say she has already mastered the art of battle meditation. Remarkable in one so young. Though I've heard she has a foolish pride in her own talents.
No comment.
But as for you, you claim you are not a Padawan? I find this hard to believe. The Force is strong within you. I can feel its presence. If this is some type of jest, it is in very poor taste. The Jedi Order is not a subject for jokes.
You say the Jedi Order's not big on jokes, yet here you are having chosen to walk out of your probably cat-filled apartment with that hairstyle. I didn't come here to be scolded by you.
No, I suppose you did not. I apologize. Please forgive the abruptness with which I first greeted you. It was harsh and perhaps unfair. My master often warns me that I must learn to control my emotions. I see I have much left to learn.
Okay, well now I feel like the jerk. Also, where the heck did Bastila go? I got lost walking around the Animal Kingdom Lodge here. Okay, you can't convince me there wasn't some sort of like spiteful Star Trek fan who decided to design the Jedi robes in this game, cause look at that.
They're waiting for you inside.
Yeah, I can see Captain Spock from here.
Ah, so you are the one who rescued Bastila. It is appropriate you are here. We have been discussing your rather special case. I am Jar, a member of the Jedi Council. With me are Master Vrook, Master Vandar, and of course the chronicler of our academy, Master Dorak. Padawan Bastila, I am sure you are already familiar with.
Admittedly not as familiar as I would like to be. Also, if you're the Jedi Council, what are you guys doing out here in the middle of the African savannah? Shouldn't you be like in an ivory tower in the middle of New York City or something?
Yes, the High Council of the Jedi Order is on Coruscant, but we are the council in charge of the training facility here on Dantooine.
Ah, middle management, great. So what exactly is it you want from me?
Bastila tells us you are strong in...
Well, it is a Star Wars RPG. It'd be really weird if I didn't get a chance to become a Jedi at least. Also, everyone proficient in the Force has made comments every single time they've run into me about how strong I am with the Force. Even the librarian phenotype when I was walking from the ship to here. I mean, come on, I should have seen this coming.
Master Jar speaks out of turn, perhaps. We need indisputable proof of your strong affinity to the Force before we would even consider accepting you for training.
Holy crap, is that Ed Asner? You guys had Carl Fredrickson on the Jedi Council and didn't bother to tell me?
Proof? Surely the entire council can feel the strength of the Force within this man. And I have already related to you the events that took place on Taris.
Perhaps it was simple luck.
We both know there is no luck. There is only the Force. We all feel the power in Bastila's companion, though it is wild and untamed. Now that this power has begun to manifest itself, can we safely ignore it?
The Jedi training is long and difficult, even when working with a young and open mind. Teaching a child is hard. How much harder will it be for an adult to learn the ways of the Jedi?
Yeah, and what do you want me to do to prove my worth? I can, like, strap 1,000,000 helium balloons to the top of this temple and take us to Paradise Falls if you want. Also, I love how they had this specifically created option to lie. Just lie. Of course, great Jedi, I will learn your ways and follow the light. Like, you couldn't naturally think of a way to have, like, a slightly more dark side option of what to say without it just being so blatant and obvious. Oh, I love the black and white morality in this game. Well, I want to say that age is just a number, however, I'm a YouTuber and that's going to get me in a lot of trouble if I say that, so I am willing to try my best.
Traditionally, the Jedi do not accept adults for training, though there are rare exceptions in the history of our order. But you are a special case.
I agree with Master Dorak. Many of our own pupils are leaving the Jedi Order to follow the Sith teachings. We need recruits to stand against Malak. With Revan dead...
Are you certain Revan is truly dead? What if we undertake to train this one and the Dark Lord should return?
We should discuss this matter more fully in private. Bastila, you and your companion must go. This is a matter for the Council alone.
As you wish, Master Vandar. We shall return to the Ebon Hawk and leave you to your deliberations.
Oh, yeah, let's just get some sweet dreams, hopefully with no prophetic visions, or memories of our past, or anything weird like that. Yo, was that Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender?
The dark side is strong in this place. I can feel its power.
I was just making a joke, but I mean, like, you seeing it up close, my gosh.
Is this wise? The ancient Jedi sealed this archway. If we pass beyond this door, we can never go back. Are the secrets of the Star Forge so valuable? Can its power truly be worth the risk?
This is the only way to teach you firebending, Malik. We have to do this. Well, the companion I really wanted isn't available to us right now, so the next best choice is to pick the two guys who are war veterans on opposite sides of the same war. Surely hilarity will ensue. Despite helping you on Taris, Canderous continues to be something of a mystery to you. It might be a good idea to try and get to know him better. Oh, come on! Do I have to have a heart-to-heart with every single one of these people?
Yeah, what do you want?
I want to get to the part of the video where we're not constantly in dialogue conversations. I want to know why you can pull off the color purple so well. But mainly, and I only asked this because, you know, Karth is standing right here and I'm sure this would really piss him off. I was wondering if you had any interesting stories to tell us.
You want to hear tales of my exploits? Of the wars I've seen and fought, the enemies I've seen die by my hand? Sure, I'll humor you. My name's Canderous, of the Mandalorian clan Ordo. I've been fighting across the galaxy for 40 of your years.
Okay, I didn't want your D&D backstory and stat sheet, but okay.
For my people, it is the honor and glory of battle that rules us. It's through combat that we prove our worth, gain renown, and make our fortunes.
Yes, the honor of battle. That's why you were working as a lackey for the crime boss on the city, wasn't it?
The clans as they were aren't a threat, but the galaxy still fears us. People think we war out of spite or bloodlust. They don't understand and fear that. We only wanted the challenge of the battle and glory from it, win or lose. And we lost. But now I have no real challenges. Crushing Davik's enemies and the pathetic gangs in the lower city of Taris, could not be considered the most glorious of tasks. When I think of the battles I've fought, the thousands I've killed, the worlds I've burned, I weep for my past. We will never again speak of this. We've got work to do, so let's get to it.
Oh, I have a feeling we're going to speak of it again very soon. Also, that's how you write a compelling warrior race of people right there. Okay, they're in it for the glory of battle. They lost, and they're perfectly fine with the fact that they lost. That old school Mandalorians are something else, man. Okay, again, man, green Twi'lek right up here. Green Twi'lek right down there. The only thing distinguishing them is their clothing.
Bastila has told us of a most unusual development. She claims you and she have shared a dream. A vision of Malak and Revan in the ancient ruins here on Dantooine.
These ruins have long been known to us, but we believe them to be merely burial mounds. Perhaps they're more than we first suspected, if Revan and Malak found something there.
Okay, that's the second time he has talked in like a perfectly understandable sentence with no grammatical errors. So you're telling me Yoda just chooses to do that? Okay. Wait a minute, how does Bastila know that we shared the dream? Wait, how many other dreams have I had that Bastila has shared? Actually, I'm really interested to know now.
She says she has felt your presence within the dream. The presence she has felt within you ever since...
Master Vandar.
Ever since Taris. It is not unknown for this to happen between two people strong in the Force. We feel it is more than a dream. It is a vision. The Force is acting through you, as it acts through Bastila.
Now tell me, what happens whenever two people strong in the Force really love each other?
You and Bastila share a powerful connection to the Force. And each other.
Hey!
This is not unheard of.
Aww.
Connections often form between master and student, but rarely does a bond develop so quickly.
Master and student. No, I don't really think I'm into that. I mean, if she's into that, I might want to try. Okay, listen, can we just go ahead and get out of here? I've been doing nothing but thirsting for Bastila for the past 30 minutes. Can I get out of this building? Gosh, I understand why Anakin was the way he was after 10 freaking years.
Whatever dangers may lie ahead, we cannot ignore the destiny that has brought you and Bastila here to us. Together, you and she are linked, as is your fate to hers. Together, you two may be able to stop Darth Malak and the Sith.
But do not let your head be filled with visions of glory and power. Such thoughts are the path to the dark side. The way of the light is long and difficult, as you must learn. Are you ready for such hardship?
Look, man, it's really hard to take you seriously when all I'm hearing is Ed Wunsler from Boondocks. But yes, I'm willing to... Wait a minute, if I say try my best, is he going to say a do or do not, there is no try? Please tell me he's going to say that.
Understand that there is little choice in this matter, for you or us. Across the galaxy, the numbers of our order dwindle. We have sent many Jedi in quest of a way to thwart Malak's advance. Many have not returned.
No, don't give me a realistic answer. Give me a reference. Give me a rush of nostalgic dopamine.
The Sith hunt the Jedi down like animals, ambushing and assassinating our brothers wherever they are found. We fear it is only a matter of time until they discover even this hidden refuge.
Other Jedi have fallen from the light and embraced the dark side, giving their allegiance to the Sith and Malak, their Dark Lord.
Also, did anyone else see the way his eyes did that? I mean, just look at this.
The Council has come to the conclusion that you and Bastila must investigate the ancient ruins you dreamed of.
Perhaps there you will find some clue, some explanation of how Revan and Malak were corrupted. And perhaps there you shall find a way to stop them.
So you're telling me I get to train as a Jedi, got a girl I'm soul bonded to through RPG tropes, and I get to explore an ancient historical site, and Revan is involved, at least tangentially? Oh, brother, this is everything I've wanted since I was 12. I am absolutely going on this mission.
Before we send you to investigate the ruins, you must be trained in the ways of the Jedi, so that you can resist the darkness within yourself, within all of us. Otherwise, you are doomed to fail.
Does that mean the training montage? Do I get to pick like my own 80s music and everything to go with it?
I can only hope you will prove up to the task.
The path you have chosen to walk is difficult. Intensive training will prepare you physically for the demands of the Order. Meditation will teach you to channel the power of the Force.
You made the right choice, Bella. I would have chosen Edward too. So hey, I learned how to pick up this data pad earlier, and I was wondering if I could pick you up at 8.
Jedi is difficult. It requires great discipline.
I have my own gravitational pull! I am the sun!
In all my years, I have never seen one who has mastered the initial training so quickly. You've done in weeks what many cannot do in years.
That's the power of an 80s montage, baby. Got the mullet and everything.
Soon your apprenticeship will end, and you will be granted the title of Padawan, the lowest rank of those within the Jedi Order. Yet first you must prove yourself worthy.
Wait, hold on, so like, all of that I just did, that wasn't the proving myself worthy? I still got more to... Okay, you know what, yeah, bring it on, what you got for me? Some side quests?
In the traditions and customs of our order, as handed down from master to pupil for 1,000 generations, you must successfully complete 3 tests before you earn your place among the Jedi.
Really, that's it? 3? I can knock that out in an afternoon, man.
First, I will test your knowledge of the Jedi Code. These tenets must always guide your actions. In everything you do, you must always be conscious of their wisdom.
Okay, my standing as a Star Wars fan is on the line here. Now, I have not seen the Jedi Code in actually a couple years now that I think about it, but I want to see if I could do this from memory. Come on, Czar, hit me with it.
There is no emotion.
There is peace.
There is no ignorance.
There is knowledge.
There is no passion.
There is serenity.
There is no chaos.
Okay, I can't remember if this is the last one where I say there is the Force, or if I say there is harmony. Let's go with harmony.
There is no death.
Ha! Nailed it. Sorry, there's only the Force.
You have learned your studies well, apprentice. It will not be long before you are a full member of our order. But first, you must pass the second test, and learn about the most prized possession of a Jedi. The very symbol of our order, the lightsaber. The lightsaber is the traditional weapon of our order. It is a symbol of a Jedi's skill, dedication, and authority. And each lightsaber is as individual as the Jedi who wields it. Speak with Master Dorak, and he will guide you through the choosing of a crystal.
Master Dorak. Which one was that? Was that the one with the receding hairline, or the receding hairline?
The time has come for you to choose the color of your lightsaber. This color also reflects your demeanor and position within the Order.
I want pastels. Give me pastel. I don't really care which one, just pastels.
A Jedi is not restricted to a single color. Rather, that color is a badge of pride for the Jedi path it signifies. Should you have an appropriate crystal, you may change your blade to anything you desire.
Hold on there. Multiple colors, a badge of pride. I didn't know the Jedi Council had gone woke.
But first you should learn of the different paths a Jedi may take. Blue is the color of the Jedi Guardian. This Jedi battles against the forces of evil and the dark side. They focus more on combat training and use of the lightsaber.
You see, I'm torn because like all the coolest Jedi had blue, but that's also like the most basic color.
Yellow is the color of the Jedi Sentinel. This Jedi ferrets out deceit and injustice, bringing it to light. They focus less on combat and more on other skills and abilities.
I'm sorry, did you just use the word ferret as a verb?
Green is the color of the Jedi Consular. This Jedi seeks to bring balance to the universe. They mediate between other groups, using their powers to end conflict and preserve peace.
Hey man, blessed are the peacekeepers. Okay, so this is the part of the game where you choose your second class. So whenever I started this off, I chose a soldier. Honestly, not a great choice, but I like the soldier, so I'm very combat oriented. I also want to be able to use the Force really well. So the Guardian here, I don't get as much Force powers, but I get like a really big boost in my combat abilities. The Counselor here is a lot more centered around like using your Force abilities and like magic use. And then Sentinel is a good mixture of the two. Look, I already messed up my class alignment like long ago, so at this point it really just comes down to what color I want. But what color I want will also change as I go farther in the game, so I'm gonna pick Jedi Sentinel and hope that this is a good choice.
I will now ask you questions, and your responses will indicate which class you lean most towards.
Ooh, boy, it's the part in the RPG game where they ask me questions where I can make a decision, except the questions are completely unbalanced.
A woman and her small child are beset by a desperate-looking group of thugs. They're menacing her with weapons, and she screams to you for help. What do?
The choices are always, like, crazy. It's always something like, oh, you're walking down the street and you see a little girl and her cat is stuck in a tree. What do you do? And then option 1 is always something like, you go over and give the little girl a hug and tell her it's all gonna be alright, before selflessly climbing the tree, jumping down, holding onto the cat so you cushion its blow, then you give the cat back to the little girl along with all the money in your wallet. And then the next choice is something like you decide to sucker punch the little girl, cut down the tree so it falls into the road, causing a 3-car pileup. You then make the cat bite the curb in front of the little girl, and then there's always some nonsense option about whatever gimmick powers you have in the game. So it's something like, I pull out a magic wand and I cast abracadabra to bring the cat out of the tree. Yeah, I see a single mother and her child getting mugged in an alleyway. Maybe I'm gonna stop the thugs and ask, hey, why are you attacking her? Actually, that would be really interesting. Like, I wonder how they would respond. Yeah, I would say that just out of pure curiosity.
Indeed. Very well. On to the next question. You are in combat with a dark Jedi allied with the Sith. There is a pause in the combat. What do?
Okay, we got the brick wall approach, the answer that I think probably actually best fits a Jedi, and then try to see a weakness in his technique. Find out why he turned to the dark side and tried to turn him. But realistically, if I'm a Jedi, that's probably the choice I'm going with.
Yes, I suspected as much. Now for the next question. There is a locked door, and your goal lies on the other side. What do?
Switch to a companion with a better security skill than I have.
I am beginning to see a pattern here, apprentice. I have a feeling about what you would be best at. But first, the final question. You are the head of an enclave on a contested world. The Dark Jedi have infiltrated and are causing unrest across the planet. What do?
Coordinate with the planetary government to try to... No, church and state doesn't mix. Actually, hold on, there have been Jedi, like, chancellors before in Star Wars lore, right? I don't think I'm mistaken on that. Actually, I think it's actually a descendant of Bastila, I want to say. I could be crazy for this. Oh, yeah, the question. This is probably what a Jedi would most likely do, but I really don't want to get involved with the intergalactic ATF, so I'm just going to... probably just hunt them down, to be perfectly honest. That's what I would most likely do.
Yes, I thought as much. As I suspected, you would be most suitable as a Jedi consular.
Really? Really? That's what... I mean, I guess that is kind of... Some of the choices I went with lined up with that. I was not expecting consular. I don't know if I've ever gotten consular before when I've done this. Well, I do like green lightsabers. I feel like this would be better for our stats, but... Maybe we could spec more into the Force? I don't know, I'm kind of torn. Or maybe I'll just cut out this part of the video so you guys can't see which one I picked, and then you'll just have to figure it out from there. Ooh, I get to pick my Force powers now, okay. Well, the Cure and Heal is always a great one to go with, just because it kind of helps you save on stim packs. Obviously, it doesn't affect droids, but I think it typically affects everyone in your party, so that's a good one to have, just baseline. Force Aura. Man, the internet has ruined that word for me. Probably something offensive too, just because I know that's what I'm going to use the most. I don't know, because things like the stun is pretty good, so is Force Push, but not until you really upgrade it, so... Ooh, or I can get Mind Trick. Yes, these aren't the droids you're looking for. Alright, time to build my lightsaber.
Now that you have selected your crystal, we shall begin the construction of your lightsaber.
Alright, watch this. I used to deconstruct pins back in school all the time. And now you guys have no idea what class I picked, but that doesn't matter, because I got a sick lightsaber right here. Oh crap, that's right, they're all color coordinated.